Students, we will come to the next topic, that is genetic code. Genetic code, when we have seen replication and transcription. Now we will be going to the next step, that is translation. So before we go to that step, we need to know what is genetic code. Now, like there were many experiments were done by scientists to find out how the sequence which is on mRNA, how is it converted to protein, and how this sequence, how it is read. So that reading, for that reading, there were some experiments were done, and it was found out that the three bases together, they will form one codon or one code. So the process of translation requires transfer of genetic material to form a polymer of nucleotides. So bases, there are how many bases? There are 4 type of bases: adenine, guanine, cytosine, thymine for DNA, and uracil for RNA. Now amino acids, there are 20 type of amino acids. So for 4 bases, if each base is coding for one amino acid, that only 4 amino acids would be coded. But there are how many amino acids? 20 amino acids. So first an experiment was done with two bases together. So with two bases, it was found that there were only 16 amino acids that could be coded. Then three bases were combined together. So in that case, three bases were combined. So in that case, it was found that there were 64 amino acids that could be coded, and with that the scientists, they came to the conclusion that yes, three bases can be considered as one codon. So George Garmon, a physicist, argued that since there are only 4 bases, and if they have to code for 20 amino acids, the code should be made up of 3 nucleotides. So combination of 4 into 4 would generate 64. You can see here 3 were combined, and 4 combinations were possible. So 4 into 4 into 4, 64 combinations were possible. Then Hargobind Khurana, instrumental in synthesizing RNA molecules with defined combination of bases. He gave the defined combination of bases. So to which base, which amino acid would be coded. And Marshall Nirenberg, he in a cell-free system, he found out for protein synthesis what amino acid is going to code for which basis, which amino acid would be coded. So all these scientists, they together, they found out the way of deciphering. Deciphering means reading the genetic code. So the salient features of genetic code: the codon is triplet. I told you 3 bases, 61 codons. I told you 64 combinations are possible. So 61 codons code for amino acids, and 3 codons do not code for any amino acid, and they function as stop codons. So UAG, UAA, and UGA, these are the 3 stop codons. They do not code for anything. One codon codes for only one amino acid, and so they are called unambiguous and specific. So one codon will code for one amino acid. Some amino acids are coded by more than one codon, so they are called degenerate. You can see here UUU, UUC, and UUC. These two, they code for phenylalanine. So both are coding for the same amino acid. Codon is read in mRNA in a contiguous fashion. That means in a continuous fashion. There is no punctuation, no comma, full stop, and all. Code is nearly usable for every organism. For every organism, the same sequence of bases, it will code for the same amino acid, whether it is a bacteria or it is a human being. AUG, it is the start codon. Stop codon is UAA, UAG, and UGA. AUG is the stop codon. AUG has dual function. It codes for methionine, and it also acts as an initiator codon. So start codon is AUG, stop codon is UAA, UAG, and UGA. UAA is called ochre, UAG amber, and UGA opal. So these are the termination codon. Coming to the next topic, mutation. Now we have studied in our previous chapter mutations that lead to diseases. So why those mutations happen? So what are they may happen due to any like sudden change in environment, or because of some radiations, or mutations can happen. So what happens there is there an effect of there is deletion or insertion of any base or a segment of DNA can result in that change. So effect of large deletion and rearrangement in a segment of DNA may result in loss or gain of a gene, and that is called point mutation. We have studied in previous chapter, point mutation and frame shift mutation. Example of point mutation which you have seen in the previous chapter, sickle cell anemia. And frame shift mutation is insertion or deletion of one or two bases, changing the reading frame from the point of insertion or deletion. Now you can see an example which is given here. Ram has red cap. If R is removed from here, here insertion example, if B is added. So in that case, B is added there. So one base is added. There is insertion. So you can see in this case, then 3-3 group would be formed, and then the whole sequence changes. Ram has BRE-DCAP. If again one BI is added, Ram has BIR-EDCAP. If again BIG is added, Ram has big red cap. Similarly, if deletion is there, if R is deleted, then Ram has EDCAP. If RE is deleted, Ram has DCAP. And if again RED is deleted, Ram has cap. So in both the cases, the sequence changes even if a single base is removed or inserted. So that is called frame shift mutation.